Here we go. Our exhortation today is on the aggressive appetite for more. The aggressive appetite for more, also called greed or coveting. From Colossians 3. If then you were raised with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ is, sitting at the right hand of God. Set your mind on things above, not on things on the earth. For you died. Your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is your life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory. Therefore, put to death your members which are on the earth: fornication, uncleanness, passion, evil desire, and covetousness. Covetousness. That word there, covetousness, in the Greek is pleonexia. It's a compound word, pleo, which means more, and exo, which means have. So to have more, to want more. The other English word used to translate pleonexia is greed, as the NASB has it. Or as I translate it here today, aggressive appetite for more. Now that is coveting. That is coveting. The Bible translators did a good job. But this word pleonexia is not the Greek word employed in Greek versions of the 10th commandment. Because the 10th commandment refers more to the envy that you have as you look to your neighbor's stuff. But this word simply implies accumulation, the desire for addition, that persistent push that goes on in us to order a large when a medium would be enough, to buy 20 when all we really need is one, or to have the unlimited pass when you're only going to be there one day, or to have third helpings when you were full after firsts. We don't use the word much anymore, but in the 1800s, they had the word rapacity, that aggressive appetite for more, for larger, for bigger. That sinful hatred in the end of limits. See, we hate limits. Best advertisements always throw in there the word unlimited. Or our favorite ideas usually are expressed as limitless or boundless or unrestricted. But biblically, limits are life-giving and liberty-keeping. You might have to take this by faith in our age because there is just so much out there about how bad limits are. But I think we can get it if I put it this way. Have you ever looked at a 600-pound overweight man and thought, man, how lucky he has been to have an unrestricted appetite? You know, how much I envy his lack of limits at the dinner table. See, earlier Christians understood this. Limits guard joy. Unlimited people always lose their liberties, lose their joy of living. Limits keep us alive, and they keep the joy in the living of life. God, after all, has limits. When he says, I will never leave you or forsake you, he has limited himself from the option of ditching you. That limit is called grace. So too, when a husband and wife get together before an altar and give vows to one another, they are limiting themselves to each other. And we call that love. See, in our verse today, we are told that those who have their eyes on Christ, well, in one sense, will seek limits. They will not always be pushing for larger, for bigger, for the umpteenth, for the excessive, for more. No, just as unlimited rain makes floods, just as unbounded sunshine makes a desert, just as limitless food makes fat, and just as unrestricted growth is what cancer is. We need God's wisdom here, the wisdom of restraint. So put to death, therefore, that sinful tendency at work in you to hate limits. I mean, how powerful it is in Christ to be able to say, especially to yourself, enough. And this reminds us of our need to confess. So hear this from Romans 10:10. For with the heart one believes unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. If you're with us this morning, you're invited to join us as we get on our knees before our God. You're invited to kneel with us.